Hi, Jackie. Good morning. CM73. Well, thank you for popping in to say hi. Hello, good morning.
Shanti, Shanti, peace, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Good morning, Carl. How are you?
Judah mama set us free, and restore now shifting into Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free, every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Morning joy, coming in the morning joy, coming in the morning, coming in the morning.
Good morning, Carl. Good to see you, friend. How are you today? Happy Monday to you. Hey, Carl. Carl, I just wanted to say I love you.
Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
There it is. Don't be silly over here.
Oh, Shanti.
Optimal family, good morning.
Shanti.
How are you, friends? Carl says hi, Optimal family. And Lee, hi Lee, good morning. Optimal family says we have 9:12 a.m. What time do you have? It is 3:13 a.m. Excuse me. Yep, got it out. That felt good. Bless me. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Good. Just taking my allergy pill. I went out and mowed again yesterday, and that always kicks up my allergies. I think I have one more day of mowing, and then I'll probably have to start over again. Oh, Lee. Okay. Lee says, I'm on my way to sites to film 2 more videos. That gets me content for the rest of the month. Wow, nice. Optimal family says, we have stationary holiday today, so we did stay longer in bed. Well, good for you, first off. And what is stationary holiday? It's a day off. Gotcha. Well, good for you. Good for sleeping in. I haven't allowed myself to sleep in, I think, 2 months. Check Google. Wait, check Google.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting heaven into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Lee says bottle day today and a mudlark. Nice. Carl never gets a day off. Well, that's tough, Carl. You should definitely get a day off. You should get a couple of days off.
Om Shanti Shanti.
And he's going to be right back. Okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm almost ready. Really early today.
Sweet Lord, you set us free. Every soul now shifting heaven into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace.
There we go. Optima family says, we made yesterday a cinema family evening and did watch the movie, The Accountant 2 with Ben Affleck. The movie was awesome, really. We do not watch normal TV. We watch a movie from time to time. Nice. I have a hard time sitting still for a movie. It didn't used to be that way. And no TV here, but I do have YouTube on a whole bunch. YouTube has replaced my TV. Lee is back. Ooh. Hey Lee, were you on Yogi's live stream last night? I was laying down because I was pooped, but I heard Lee. I heard the name Lee, but I don't know if it was Lee Lou. Optima Optimal Family says the most time the TV is off. Yes, it is great not watching TV. It is. Unfortunately, I know I spend way too much time on YouTube, so I'm working on not being on it as much. It's a process. I do turn off my TV at night now. I set my timer for half an hour and I go to sleep, which is an improvement. And Carl says, I love watching TV. I'm sorry you can't hear me, Lee. Optimal Family said, I did upload a relax video with 169 gigabytes, so my computer was working a lot yesterday. All of your videos are relaxing. I'm thinking of your drives in particular. Beautiful, beautiful countryside there. Lee says, I can hear patchy. My fault being outside. External noise disturbs all. Lee says, I can't have balance without. Optimal Family says, I had to re-enter it at first. My first attempt, it was 330 gigabytes. Oh no. Carl says, I'm jealous of everyone. Oh no, Carl. Why? Carl, I love you. Optimox says, wow, I checked. The upload is at 94%. Almost there. Carl, when are you going live again, friend? I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I may have a date with a girlfriend on Wednesday, but I hope to catch you live this week. Oh, Lee, you have not before. I didn't know that. Lisa's Optima Cool channel. I subscribed. Yes, I met Optima Family through Yogi. Carl says the two Tinas are the only ones who love me. Well, that's not true because I love you. So two Tinas and a cat. But I think you have a lot more people that love you, Carl. I know sometimes it's hard to feel it. Optimop family says today we have sun and no wind, so later I will fly my drone in the forest. Oh, how cool. Optimop family says thank you, Magnetic. Yeah, and Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says I'm looking forward to seeing those adventures. Drones are so cool, except for when they're flying over your house while you're napping on the back porch, then it's not so cool. That happened to me a couple years ago. I was just hanging out on the back porch, nodding off, and all of a sudden I heard a very loud, angry, what sounded like a wasp. It wasn't a wasp, it was a drone. And of course, it was just hovering above my house. So I shook my fist at it and cursed it, and it went away. Never seen the drone again. Oh, Lee, yesterday. Yesterday at work was really easy, so I had tons of energy and I mowed the first half of my front yard. It was hot. It was so hot. But then, just as I decided to finish, the wind kicked up and it was so wonderful. But mowing that lawn kicked my butt more than work did. Carl says, no drones here. Are drones not allowed to fly around over there, Carl? Optimob says, I did sub back Magnetic. And Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says, Cat, I have news. That drone was big news, LOL. Well done, shaking fist at it. I really feel like it was innocent, except for you shouldn't stop above somebody's house. You just don't. I think somebody was just playing with a new toy. They thought it was a good area. They were probably going down to the river. Oh, that's really cool. Optimum says, I love to fly very low over the ground. You have the feeling of driving a Formula One car. Yeah, and Lee says, that sounds like a true blessing, the wind after a hot day. It was. Optimum family says, if you live close to an airport, no drones are allowed. Oh, yeah, and Carl does live next to the airport, right, Carl? Do you ever crash your zone? Here, blah, blah, blah. Do you ever crash your drone when you're flying low like that? T. Becker, hello, good morning. Lee says, I've seen a drone get taken out today. It was flying in the town center and nosedived to crash. Oh no. Optima Family says, I did crash a little bit. Yes. Oh no. T. Becker says, extra support from Optima Family. Thank you. My question is this an alt account or another, just a friend of Optima Family? Either way, thank you so much. Lee says there was a hole in it, so it shut down. It's in the area where the market square is, in the builder's compound, so it won't be recovered. Oh no. Optima Family says, but not a hard crash. And it's another account. Well, welcome, other account. I don't know how y'all do that. I appreciate you. Optima Family says, so you are at 838 subs now. Thank you. Yay, those 700s just basically flew by. I know Toy Pup says shorts is the way to get subscribers, but my lives have been getting more subscribers than anything. Oh, Carl says people are too popular on YouTube, unlike me. Carl, what I can say is you have a tight-knit group who really loves you and looks out for you. And I think just being regular and going live more really helps build up a bigger community. But do you really want to be super popular on YouTube, Carl? I don't. I'd like to get monetized, but I think if you get too big, at least for me, it would be a lot of work. Magnetic North says town centers are no-fly zone and people feel invaded of privacy, so it's sad drones get destroyed. I found one 2 years ago, magnet fishing. Oh no. Clear the phlegm out of my throat. Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says people are not popular or unpopular. It's all down to what you put into it and what people are into this subject wise. Yes. Optima Family says yes, Magnetic North Adventures. There are rules for drone flying, and every flight is watched here by the government in Switzerland. So you better not mess up. Optima Family says drone flying is not a toy. Lee says, wow, I didn't know that, but at least you can fly. Optima Family says, I did ask my neighbors about my drone flying and they like my movies. That's nice. That's helpful. I'd be embarrassed to tell my friends I have a YouTube channel. I don't know why. I do know why, but anyways, that's besides the point. Carl says, totally disagree. What do you disagree about, Carl? And Optima Family says, I do not want to disturb anyone. You're just super considerate. Not everybody is, unfortunately. Or, sometimes people just don't think about things like that. I don't want to say they're inconsiderate. Optima Family says, I asked a complete road if it is okay when I did fly low. Let's try that again. I asked the complete road if it is okay when I did fly low over the water of a creek and over the River M. Super considerate of you. Lee says, I'm on the bus now, so I may log out as the engine noise is loud. Okay, Lee. Oh, wow. Optima Family says, you need a license to fly, insurance, a plate on the drone with your dates, and you have to update or check every week for updates and every day for no-fly zones. That's a lot of work. I bet you a lot of people don't think about that. And they probably do consider it a toy. I do love videos with the drones. They're amazing. Lee says, yes, Optimob, I knew about that, but I didn't know about restricted zones in Switzerland. And Lee says, I guess every place will have some sort of restrictions in all countries. You would think. Especially with the capabilities. Optima Family says, here in Switzerland are a lot of no-fly zones and they change often. If you see a drone video near Interlaken or this one's harder. Lauterbrunnen, it is illegal because that area is blocked for paragliders meet and base jumps and helicopters. There's a guy on YouTube who it's like it's got a little motor and it's got wings and he flies all over the place from mountaintop to mountaintop and goes on adventures. I don't know what that's called, but it's super neat. Oh, Carl says the EU regulator will be getting email today. Why is that, Carl? Optimaba family is going to make me say it again. Lauterbrunnen and Interlaken. Oh, it was good pronounced. Thank you. Optimop says motorized paraglider, ultralight plane. Yeah, that's fascinating. And Lee says, Kat, would you pass on my greetings to Yogi, please? I'll not be in the morning stream. I will. I will do that for sure. And to remember, I'll do it right now. Because, do you know me? I forget everything. Quite funny. At least I think it's funny how much I forget. You're welcome, Lee. I hope you have a great day. All right. Look at me. I get to be number one like. All right. Optimal Family says, I have saved up money to make a license for paraglider flying, but thought instead an expensive MacBook for filmmaking. Well, we have to make decisions, don't we? Lee says, it's just time zones make it difficult to be there all the time. When you and Yogi on, I'm out doing cleanups on YouTube filming or asleep at night. Yeah, that's okay. We appreciate when you do make it in, Lee. We never want to stop you from your adventures. The Optimum family says, I know at Magnetic North Adventures. I did the same mistake with YouTube and spent too much time for YouTube. Lee says, yes, that's why I come to a few shows and do my own thing when I can. Well, it's much appreciated. We always love seeing you.
Om Shanti Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shift into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Optima Family says, I make coffee and bring it to Sabine. And after that, I go for a walk with Bax. I did the last walk with him at 2 a.m. this night. Oh, my goodness. I tell Jack to hold it. Well, actually, we're getting up around 2 a.m., so I don't tell him to hold it. Shut this now. Just about good. Uh, that's so sweet that you make coffee and bring it to her. Magnetic North Adventure says, I love being here and yogis the last 2 months. I feel I haven't spent much time on others. I'm sub to. I watch videos and but lives. I had to select a handful of people to attend to support. To do more lives and videos. Optimob says he loves to get out of the house and he loves to travel with us. That's helpful. Jack doesn't care. Jack just wants to be with me wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing. He's just happy to be there. I wish I could take him to work. I'm afraid I wouldn't get anything done though. Yes, an Optimob family says, "Ah, that is nice, Magnetic North Adventures." It is hard to, especially when you're trying to support a bunch of other channels. It's hard to spread the love. Carl says, "I have brand new moderators." Oh, good. I hope that works out well for you, Carl. I know you've been having a problem with trolls. So when are you going to go live again, Carl? Jack, are you snoring behind that pillow? Good morning, Cat. Lee says my battery's down to 68%, so I'm off to save battery to do filming. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And have a magnificent adventure. Can't wait to see what you find today. And Lee says, bye, Cat and Optimob. Optimob says, take care, Lee. Optimob family says, I go for a walk, stay with my Mac in stream. Awesome. It's him snoring. I kept hearing something in the background. At least I hope it's him snoring. Bubba, can you breathe back there? Are you okay? Huh? You're making a lot of noise. Lee says, I'll be here a bit tomorrow, but magnet fishing all day. Okay.
Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free, and graceful now shifting heaven into perfect peace.
Optimob, does Bax have a lot of toys? Is he into toys?
Into fidelity.
Jack has that silly monkey. And it's the one toy he usually will not throw off the bed. Carl says, my new moderators always comment on videos. I'm glad you have good moderators and good friends. Carl, do you have plans for today? Are you going out? Where did you find your new moderators at, Carl? Carl, you're funny. I only say that because I ask you all sorts of questions and sometimes I get answers. Carl says the company you don't like are advertising on the buses here. I bet they are. They rule the market everywhere else. Just here in Tennessee, Pepsi has a hold on the market. Because of Mountain Dew, I do believe. So when are you going live again, Carl? Thursday? Thursday at 8? 3 for me? Oh, my goodness. I feel like I could take a cat nap. You should take videos of that, Carl, and tag me in it. The buses with Coca-Cola advertising. Carl says, "Hi, Dan, if you're watching." Is that one of your new moderators, Carl? I just don't know what to do with myself when I'm ready too early. I'm so used to scrambling at the last minute. Above my nose. All right, much better. I need a ginger ale. My tummy's icky, so is Jack's. Share Bear, good morning. How are you, friend? And hello to you in the background who's not chatting. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I could do that, Carl. I could call out some people I think are watching in the background. Big Red, how you doing, friend? He doesn't know I know he's watching. Hello, friend whose name I can't read. Good morning. Good day to you. I'm sorry, I can't read your language. It's beautiful looking at it, though. Jack. Squirrel Sniper, good morning. I did not see Eric this morning yet. Are you summoning him? And what language is that, Squirrel? And how are you so smart? Ancient knowledge, I suspect. Yeah, that's what I think he's doing. I usually don't see him till sometime after 4. Squirrel says the motherland. Language of the motherland? What exactly is the motherland? It's Russian. Okay. It looks beautiful. I can't even try to begin to make out anything. Yogi says, yes, I'm finishing up my writing. You called, Sniper? Y'all are magical. And hi, Yogi. Good morning. Carl. Carl's leaving us. He says, take care, everyone. Bye, Carl. I love you. Have a good day. And let me know when you're going to live stream again. Squirrel says, have a great day, Carl. Squirrel, did you work all weekend? I feel like you got your lawnmower on Saturday. Or was it earlier? I'm so confused on my days. I think I need some breath of fire today, but I might blow snot out my nose, so maybe not. I haven't even looked at my book today. You do 6-day weeks. That's tough. I cry when I don't have 3 days off. we're on 29. There we go. Squirrel, how do you know Russian? You did not answer that question. Got my eye on you, Squirrel. What are we on? Lesson 29. Okay. Blew your cover. That's Leo. Good morning. Vaslil says, hey everyone, how are we doing today? I'm doing really well. How about you, Vaslil? Neha, good morning. Neha official is waving and send some love to Jack. Thanks for coming by, Neha. Vaslil says, I'm doing good. So what's your status right now, Vaslil? Are you in a new place or are you at home? Are you working today? How does the life of a pilot work? cold coffee. Not the best. Basilio says, I am on my way back home. I am deadheading. That's why I'm able to chat. Okay, so explain what deadheading means. I don't think it's a yogi deadhead kind of thing. Jack, is your tongue hanging out of your mouth, sir? It is hanging out of your mouth, silly. Who's silly? Oh gosh, Squirrel says, I have no voice, yet I tell tales. I have no body, yet I dance in light and shadow. I am often broken, yet never mend. What am I? I have to think about that. Basil says, when we are not flying the aircraft and just tagging along with another crew, it's called deadheading. Okay, not what I thought at all. So you're just catching a ride. I deadhead the roses, yes. Hey, squirrel, do you know? I can't think of what it's called, but they're a tall grass. They're an ornamental plant that can grow really, really tall. And people sometimes burn them to take off all the dead stuff so it can start over again in spring. Do you know what those are called? I did not. I don't burn stuff. I'm afraid of catching stuff on fire, and so mine is overrun, and it looks horrible. I am no landscaper. Hi, Jack. Good morning, buddy. Oh, I was supposed to be thinking of that riddle. Completely forgot. That's me. Basil says these last 2 weeks have been very busy, and I understand they will be working me overtime because I just joined, even though it's exhausting. I love doing it. Well, that's super important. Love what you're doing. How did you get interested in flying, Basil? And do you think you'll own your own private craft when you decide to retire? Many, 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 many years from now? And can you interchange a pilot's license for a big plane like you fly for like a helicopter? Hey, Basil, have you ever wanted to get a helicopter? I need a friend with a helicopter, by the way. Okay, back to back to the riddle. I have no voice, yet I tell tales. I have no body, yet I dance in light and shadow. What am I? Oh, I am often broken, yet never mend. What am I? Broken, tells tales, dances, broken. Yeah, I think it does have like white fuzzy blooms. Pampas grass. Let me look that up. Yep, that's it. So if I've done nothing with it and it is overrun with dead grass, that's some new growth poking out. Should I leave it alone for the rest of the year? Should I go out there and cut my hands up and try to cut it by hand? What do you suggest? I have no voice, yet I tell tales. Broken. Basil says, my father used to fly for the Royal Netherlands Air Force, and he had a huge influence on my interest. Not forced at all, though. I just love the air shows and whatnot. I just think it's really cool I know a pilot. Jack, Jack, personal grooming. There's a time for this. We talked about it. Thank you. Thank you. Good boy. I just want to know, how does the body produce so much snot so fast? It's ridiculous. I'm not down for it anymore. Well, yeah, we won't try that, squirrel. Squirrel says, be right back, speaking to a client. May see you in yogis. Okay, thank you, Squirrel. I'm still trying to figure out your riddle. Basil, did you see what Squirrel wrote as a riddle? Basil says, and yeah, I would love to have my own plane, but my license is for fixed wing aircraft, so it's not usable for helicopters, unfortunately. But I would love flying a chopper one day. I imagine the switchover wouldn't be too bad since you have the basic knowledge. Baby, leave it alone. Leave it alone. You're so gross. You're so gross. Don't make me. No, no, no. Oh, thank you. I only figured out his riddle yesterday because I cheated, but I didn't say the answer. It was just driving me crazy. Jack, why are you so blurry? Squirrel says the answer to the riddle is Leo says the only logical answer I can think of is a video. Am I right, Squirrel? Nope, Squirrel says silence. Silence has no voice but tells tales. Silence dances in the light and shadow. Silence is often broken yet never mends. Very good. Good one, Squirrel. You got me. You'll always get me because did I mention I forget a lot of stuff? You could probably come in tomorrow and tell me the same riddle and I'll forget. I'll forget the answer. Oh, Jackie. Leo says that was a mind bender. Yes, it was. I swear Jack is changing ears that he scratches out. Oops, sorry about that. One day I think it's his left ear, and the other day I think it's the right. But I'm just going to write it down. Left ear today, right, left. Left ear. That way I know if he's actually got an ear infection or if he's just being dry skin itchy, because he does that. Maddie, good morning. Good to see you, friend. Squirrel says you'll get a new one each day. Well, thank you. It was enjoyable. Frustrating. Squirrel says, hey, no frills. Maddie says, good morning. Hope you're well, Cat. I am. Very well. And if I forget that, then I'll just remind myself it's my Friday. Oh my gosh, I think I just saw a spider. Just out of the corner of my eye when I looked over. It's better, sometimes I do think I'm going crazy. I don't see him now. Maddie says, squirrel, hi. There is a girl on YouTube. Beautiful. She's beautiful. And she raises jumping spiders. And they all have names. And she spends time with each one. And she introduces you to each spider. And she shows their cute little faces. Oh my gosh. It's so neat. How are you, Maddie? What's your day gonna look like? Oh, I dropped that. Oh my gosh. Boy, leave it alone. Bastille says, hey, I am about to grab some breakfast. We'll join you guys later if you're still live. Bye, Cat. Appreciate the live streams. Bye, Bastille. I always enjoy your company. And I will be at Yogi's at 5. Okay, Jack. Yeah, that's your mom's spot. You know it. Which reminds me, I need to put up Yogi's link. Sports and Joe, hello. Today it's Monday. Wish you an enjoyable week. Thank you. Same to you, Sports and Joe. Maddie says, I have a busy morning, then relax. I've done aquarium, so I'll be tying flies for selling this afternoon. Are you going live tying flies? This evening, 7:30, I'll go live. Okay. And guess what? I don't have to go to bed early. Exciting. So I will be there. I should write myself a note because did I mention I forget a lot? All right, let's see if I did it right. Let's pin it. Maddie says, appreciated, Cat. You know I enjoy being on your lives. I'm cold as ice. I missed you yesterday, but I knew you were, well, I found out you were already out fishing. The Heartless Nomad. There is Lee's favorite. Hello. You know what's scary? I look in the mirror and see my mom. That's some scary stuff right there. Seeing your parent when you look in the mirror. Oops, sorry about that. Comment deleted. Hello, and thank you for the heart. And soul to soul. Thank you. And nowhere to hide. Hello, nowhere to hide. You know, I did a bird feeder live last night or yesterday while I was mowing, and it was good because the birds were coming out and they were fighting and just being so funny. But I fell asleep, and I woke up back at, I think it was 10:30. It was dark out, and it was still going. The live stream was still going. I was like, oh my gosh, felt so silly. Left all the lights on, candles burning, chickens unprotected. I was tired. But hopefully I have a lawn service calling me today. We're going to expect great things. Nice price, good people. Maybe they'll even accept payment in eggs. Oh, that would be a dream. Because I've got eggs everywhere, and I just haven't felt like cooking them up. You popped in on it. The wee birds were awesome. They were funny. Funny. I got a lot of views. I got, my hours, for me, good hours are different than others. Do you hear Michael Burkeen got like 250 hours from one of his streams? Oh no, that was Runner Boy. Runner Boy did. That's amazing. But I think Michael Burkeen is doing very similar. Maddie says pickle eggs in jar or pickled beetroot. They are awesome. I've never tried one. I'm afraid to. What if I hate it? I guess I could give them away. But I did see Anything is Possible. He was pickling his eggs because he had a bunch too. But he was only putting 9 in a jar. I'll need like 10 jars. No, okay. Let me think. 1, 2. I have about 4 dozen right now. And I just got finished eating egg salad for a week. I'm over it. Pickled egg sounds good. I will, if I have time today, I'll actually look up what I need to do that. And maybe pick up some jars like the size of at the old stores that would have pickled eggs. Or is that pickled feet? I don't even know. I like pickles, so why wouldn't I like pickled eggs, right? And I love the purple idea. Eating purple pickles. Or purple pickled eggs. Can you make them spicy? I'm wondering. Not that I do spicy, but I know a lot of friends who do. You used to pickle quail eggs. Another YouTube channel. There's a guy who goes and gets a package of quail eggs from the grocery store, and he tries to incubate them, and he's had success. Wild. You can add anything you want. Okay. Thank you for reminding me that's something I need to do. I should go write that down. I am going to write that down. And I do take a notebook with me to work to write down just odd stuff. Most times I bring my notebook to work, I don't even use it. But the one time I really want it, I don't have it. So I make it a habit to bring it. You used to keep 600 quail. Wow. What did you do? You just sold the eggs? Okay, we are going to write down a list of things to get. So I don't have to go back out to the store I was going to say weekend, but in the middle of the week. Pickled eggs, ingredients in jars. Jars. Maddie's live stream. Okay. You sold the eggs for hatching. What did everybody else do with them? And do they taste much different than chicken eggs? They're much better. Oh, that's interesting. People used to hatch them to rear them for pets and novelty eggs. Quail starts laying eggs at 6 weeks old versus I think 7 months was my chickens. Finally, hot coffee. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Do you make, Maddie, do you make specific flies for specific types of fish that someone will be fishing for? Busy day. I just have work. Um, and I am working some trucks, so, but it's my Friday, so yay. And just hoping to have enough energy to finish the lawn when I get home because we're supposed to have rain tomorrow. But we've been supposed to having rain every day, and we have, but I've still been able to mow, which made me incredibly happy and distressed at the same time. Because it's so hard to get out there and actually do the dang thing. But once you're there, it's not a big deal. It's all trout or salmon fishing here, but I can do any particular pattern on flies. I'm posting a few 100 to the USA shortly. That's what I was wondering. Like, here in Tennessee where I'm at, they have trophy trout fishing. They do all the tournaments in here, tournaments and stuff here. So, but I heard they're doing them at night now because it's too hot during the day. Interesting. Maybe that's a thing. I just don't know. Um, yeah, but there's a lot of little mom and pop specialty shops around here. It's a whole vibe. They do cookouts and hangouts, and it's really neat. I just wondered if there'd be a market for that here, but I guess you're already into it. Maddie says, yes, it's much more difficult to catch trout on the fly on warm, sunny days. Evenings or early mornings are much better fishing. Makes sense. I did not know. I was gonna go to my aunt lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. We had it set up to go to um, one of the outdoor stores was holding a fly fishing course where you could learn how to fly fish, and we were set up to go. And then my uncle got sick like that day, so we stayed home. But I know she still wants to learn. And I have a friend. I have a friend who said he'd teach us, but he's sick too right now. Gosh, that really stinks as you start getting older. All your friends get sick. Family. I'm not even gonna think about that. It's kind of sad. Why I'm going there, I don't know. It's very easy. Well, in our minds, people who don't really know have Brad Pitt in their imagination. Him just doing his artistic fly fishing, so graceful and beautiful. I can do it with my decrepit joints. Aw. Yeah, I've been asking her to come up, so maybe I'll mention that when my friend is doing better. He's doing treatments right now. I think chemo treatments, and he doesn't have as many good days as he used to. But that's what I'll do. I'll invite her up and I'll find some place for us to learn. You're right about that, Maddie. My stream is peaceful, birds singing their hearts out, nice scenery. Yes, and I don't know if you were in the same place or a different angle yesterday, but I did notice it was really beautiful. It was the same place, probably a different angle. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to live. It's almost time for yogi. I love you guys, and thank you to those of you who have me running in your background, my silent friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you so much. Have a great day.